Graphic design isn't enough anymore. A few years ago it was simple: learn Photoshop, learn Illustrator, make 10 good posters, upload them to Behance, and clients would come. Today it's not enough, not because design is dead, but because the world got faster. The industry didn't get worse, it just got louder, and if you stay in the same place, you simply become invisible. Brands used to live in static things: a logo, a business card, a billboard. Today a brand lives in Reels, in TikTok, in YouTube ads, in animated presentations, in interactive content. And here's the truth: static design today is just a freeze frame. You can create a perfect poster, but if it can't adapt to a video, it's already dead. Today a brand is behavior: how it appears, how it moves, how it reacts, how it sounds, how it disappears. And if you only think in flat images, you're thinking too small. We live in the attention economy. The most valuable resource today is not money, it's 3 seconds. Someone opens Instagram and in 10 minutes they see more content than a person 50 years ago saw in a month. The brain gets overloaded, so it chooses what's easy to process: movement, contrast, dynamics, emotion. And there's another factor: dopamine. Short content gives quick rewards. Swipe new video, swipe new stimulus. If your design doesn't create a micro emotion, it loses. Movement breaks the scroll. Motion isn't just a wow effect, it's psychology. Static became cheap, this part is painful. Today almost everyone can create basic graphics, and that's okay, but let's be honest, if everyone can do it, it can be expensive. Simple scenes become cheap, complex scenes become available, and complexity today is not beautiful gradient. Complexity is system, motion, depth, interaction, narrative. AI can generate a logo, but AI still doesn't understand a long-term brand strategy, at least not yet, so you either grow or you become part of the crowd. Why I started learning motion and 3D? Not because it's trendy, because I hit the ceiling. At some point I realized that the static image is a limitation. You can make it perfect, but it stays silent. When you add motion, you add time. When you add 3D, you add space, and suddenly design becomes deeper. Motion teaches you to think in seconds, 3D teaches you to think in volume, animation teaches you to think in sequence. You start asking your question: what does the viewer see first? What comes second? Where is the climax? Where is the pause? At that point design becomes directions, and that's where everything changes. Motion is not about making things spin, 3D is not about making pretty renders, it's about controlling perception. You control the light, the tempo, the tension, the focus. A static bottle is just an image, a bottle in motion is an experience, and people don't buy images, they buy feelings. If you can create that feeling, your value increases. Clients don't need a designer, they need results: more sales, more attention, more conversions. If you can only design a banner, they'll hire someone else for animation, but if you can do everything, you become the solution. Here's the difference: an executor waits for instructions, a partner proposes ideas. Let's show this in motion, let's create a 3D product, let's design not just a logo but a motion system. When you propose ideas, you're thinking. When you just execute, you're working with your hands. The market pays for thinking. Many designers think, I'll learn motion first and then I'll start offering it. No, you grow in the process. I wasn't an expert when I started taking animation projects. I took the task, didn't know how to do it, figured it out, made mistakes, improved. And that's how growth actually happens. Today a designer is not someone who knows software, it's someone who can find solutions. Graphic design isn't dead, but staying only in static design is like staying in 2015. The world moves, content moves, brands moves, and if you want to stay available, you have to move too. The future isn't static, the future moves.